Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman YouTube channel, the Regal Gentleman Studios. Today we've got Nathan in the chair. How are you, mate?
Very good.
You good?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So what can I do for you? What's the plan?
Yeah, so as you can see, my hair is really long at the moment. And I was thinking about having very short sides.
Okay.
Maybe parted.
Okay.
And leave like a longer bang so that I can push it back and like have a sleeker top.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
But obviously, I got some references as well, but obviously I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Okay.
My hair is very thick, so the shorter it goes, it kind of decides to go everywhere. But I've never had it this long, so I thought maybe it'd be cool to kind of have a sleek sort of...
Yeah, sure. I mean, to be honest, I don't see why it wouldn't work, because you've got the length in there. Right. It's just all about how short we're going to balance the sides, really. But what are you thinking lengthwise on the back and sides? How short?
I was thinking quite short, something a bit edgier.
Do you have any preference on how short? Do you want to see scalp?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think so. And maybe we can leave a little bit so I can do the parting at the top.
Yeah.
But I think if we could like go really short on the sides, that'd be really cool. I can show you a reference if you...
Yeah, show me a reference so I've got an idea what you're thinking.
Something like this.
Okay.
Sort of short.
Yeah.
I typically wear my hair sort of divided, so...
Okay. I can make sure everything works in terms
Right.
of face shape and things like that. I'll have a look at your face shape in a second, but
Nice.
I can make sure everything works and at what length and what balance. So if you pick the length that you'd like, I can tell you what height and things like that. So that's probably where we can come work as a team on it. We can make anything work though. Okay,
Perfect.
so it just depends what you would like.
Short, like skin.
Yeah?
So,
Okay. Yeah, definitely, yeah, that'd be fine.
it'd be a great change from having all this hair too.
I mean, it'll be a big change, mate. There's no doubt about
Dramatic.
it. Okay. Yeah, dramatic, yeah. Okay, cool, yeah, that's fine. All we need to do is find out where your parting is. That's the only thing we need to do, really. And it could be, I mean, you parted here. I'll have a proper look in a second when we wet it down and stuff, but we'll have a look where the parting is and I'll cut it into the parting. Okay, that's the kind of thing we need to do for this hairstyle. Okay. That's the only thing I would say is that if you definitely want the circle, we have to cut it into the circle.
Nice.
Okay. So we have to cut the side, whatever side the parting's on, we have to cut the parting in, and then obviously we keep the length and it sits back. But if you happen to be wearing the parting every day, then we can definitely make it work.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. Yeah, sounds good. Nice big change. Okay. Awesome. All right, then, mate. Let's get you up and we'll get you started. All right. Now I'm looking through Nathan's hair. I'm just looking where his crown is. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I think we'll struggle on the part on the left hand side. Only because when I was combing it through, when it was wet and I was combing it through, we'd have to leave an awful lot of length on top for it to sit back. I don't know whether it would just be better going with the other way, because there is enough length and your hair does part that way. So I would suggest that coming from your crown, it's always easier getting a parting from your crown to the recession point, right? Much easier. The reason being is that it falls more natural, okay? And as you can see, the parting, it sits nice and flat on this side as well. Nothing's kicking up over here neither. So what we're getting is that would be the ideal place for your parting. Maybe a little bit higher up. I'm just looking at the way it sits flat on this side here. It sits much flatter. So we can get away with leaving the length through the front like you requested, that you can slick back, but then also be able to blend in that zero. Because, when you leave a lot of length on the top, I don't want it to be overhanging. I just want the front to be disconnected so it sits back and everywhere else to be blended in, if you're happy with that. You okay with that?
Absolutely. Cool.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the parting in like so, nice and straight back to the crown. I'm going to section off the other side too. So that's where we're working to. We're going to cut that right in that parting, okay? That's where the crown wants to sit. You see the way it sits nice and smooth? So that's what I'm trying to aim for. If I was wearing it the other way, it doesn't sit over properly because it forced itself back and dropping it down the other side, okay? So it's going to be slightly higher on the right hand side, so it's going to be asymmetrical, okay? But that is going to be asymmetrical because we're building the weight up on this side and we're cutting the parting on the other side. There's the parting on that side and there's our horseshoe on the other side. So as you can see, it's a bit higher up through that side. All right, but that way we can cut the parting in like the picture and also connect the other side in as well. I'm going to dry this off, just finger dry it so we can start working on the clippers. I'm going to cut in a guide, okay? About there to start with. Straight out into the fringe as well. Don't forget we're doing a side part, so we need to cut that fringe in on that side. Especially the parting that we're doing today, it's such a strong look. It's very kind of like to the style in a sense, like everything's got to be cut to this look. That's why I'm doing this. As you see, it sits nice and flat. And this is just to give myself a guide, and as you can see, the crown is still sitting nice and flat too. guide to start with. Right guys, so I'm going to start on my number 2, leave it down 2.5. Okay, so we're going to go straight in and remove all the bulk. Okay, so I'm going to start on the right hand side. Now I'm working across this way. Now I know I said a lot of times on other videos I'm starting from the back, but because I've cut my guide in, I'm going to start from the right and follow the guide round. I'm going to stop, check it, and then start from the left hand side and meet in the middle. Leave it down, up and off to my guide. Okay. So working from one side to the other is quite nice when you've already got the guide cut in, because you know where you're working to. Now onto my 2 now, same thing again. Make it up and off. So 1 guard on, lever down, up and off into my 2. Like so. Same idea, up and off, like so. There we go. Cutting that side part in. Again, working nice and high and tight on this side. Again, not going right past the round of the head, just going nice and high and tight to create that side part, create that asymmetry through the top. I can also really stretch the blend out on the skin fade as well, which will be really cool. And work down. Now for anything like this, my hair is very similar. It's a good way of doing it. So I can blend in the spiky hair as well to create that very nice square finish on the haircut. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put my 0 line in now. This haircut, I think, because we're going for such a strong look, we need to shape up the hairline on your right hand side to really show off that parting. Okay, like so. And this is the thing that will really show off the parting. So we cut this in, and then just shape up the hairline a touch as well. And you want that crisp finish as well. This is what this will do for you. And again, I don't normally line hairlines out too much, but when we're doing a specifically kind of really sharp haircut, nothing better really than a nice sort of shaped hairline, just to show off what we're trying to achieve as well, with that kind of part and being kind of cut in as well. Onto our shaver now. There we go. So I'm working the shaver up into the minis, or the trimmers, like so. There we go. How are you feeling, Nathan?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
So much lighter already.
Right, so gonna do the fade now. So I'm gonna stretch the blend out. I think it looks really nice on this style. So no guard on, stretch the blend out really nice. I'm just gonna dip it a little bit so we keep a little bit of arch in the temple as well. Up and up. Like so. Just working through the lever until I get down to closed. There we go. Working around again. Then again, so start off on the right hand side, working up and off into my 1.5, really stretching out that blend. It's great on this kind of style. It's really just gives a super layer kind of, I don't know, like quite a high blending sort of look without the skin being too high. So I think it's really nice, especially when you're working on something so sharp as this haircut. I think, you know, shaping up the hairlines and putting it into a side plot, I think looks nice, but I think complementing it with a fade of this sort of height and this sort of stretch blend looks really good. Got to using Nathan's head shape for this blend as well. So the sit bone doesn't protrude that at all, which is nice. We get a really nice high blend on this. Up and off into that 1.5, pulling up and out, and just working over it and over it. There we go. Start to remove the darkness. We get down to 0. Working through the lever. To 0. I just think that type of blending is just so quick, so easy. Gives a really nice effect as well. Now just using the trimmer that comes with the set of these clipper and trimmer set, I'm going to use this in between the skeletons and the 0, okay? Just takes out a little line that was left through there. Okay, see this little line there. Just comes in. I'm going to perfect this a little bit as well. So just going to pull this down with any little bits, as you can see, just a few little longer bits. Just so there's our parting. When we get our product on there, we'll be able to see that length as well. Very similar to the picture. I would probably use, I'd say pomade, but that seems too obvious. I'd probably use maybe a cream and then hairspray, to be honest.
Right.
I think that's how that looks achieved. I know your hair's darker as well, and probably a little bit straighter than his as well, but I think that would probably be the best thing to do over a pomade. Pomade's good, but I don't know, I think just that versatility using the hairspray would be nice as well. Because again, we want this fringe to sit back like this. This is the look we're going for. That fringe needs to be there, everything else needs to be taken a bit shorter. Horizontally. Every time we get to the fringe, I'm going to isolate the fringe out, okay? And work around like this, okay? Like so. Down to our endpoint, which is under my fingers there. Now by isolating the fringe, that's what keeps the length in there. This is what allows us to get that blend. Really nice small sections. Working it down to the same point. There's our guide sitting through. Can you see that? Coming to there. Now you might have seen me use this technique, but it works so well on so many different haircuts. You elevate it out slightly, so it layers on top. Okay, see, it's not as blunt as the other side. Lifting that right out, pull it out. Just keep bringing this down, so I just build up more and more weight and more length. Again, not having too much of a build up at the back. Hair texture like yours is going to play ball. That's all it is. It's knowing what it's going to be like, you know, because it's so straight. Yeah. Right. But that's why when I was doing the consultation at the start, I was kind of just moving the hair around as well, you know, when it was wet.
Yeah.
It was just to see exactly how it sits. Now, if we were the other side now, I don't think it's the work. I think the fringe would have been kicking out, and I just don't think it would have worked at all, really. But it's working really nicely now. And you know, I haven't done this look for so long. It's quite nice, like when you utilise, because we've done a lot of like longer hair, and you know, I utilise this sort of technique when we're doing longer hair. So what's quite nice is being able to utilise it into a very short, modern haircut as well, to show you that techniques can work. It's just, you know, it doesn't really matter what the look you're going for, it's all about technique. So a little bit of movement, a little bit of texture in there as well. I'm just bringing this straight out, so we want that fringe to have that disconnection in there. Just going to cut it level. We have that step, okay? Essentially, that's what gives that finish on there like that. I'm just going to lay this bit in. And cut this back a little bit, just so it's a bit smoother. Into the back. So I'm just lifting that elevation up and just cutting right into it. Nice big chunks. So, now we have salt spray. I'm just going to use a vent brush just to dry this back. Alright. And then I'm going to dry it back. Putting that part in. And the good thing is, Nathan, this is cut into a parting. So it will look like this, okay? Just find the parting, which should be really easy because it's cut into it.
Right.
And then you can either just dry it with the hair dryer with your fingers if you want. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It can be a bit messy as well. And then if you bring it back, that's where the movement happens. Fish with a cold air. A little bit of cream, okay?
Alright, okay.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run it into your hair like it's the home shampoo, okay? So just mist out the part for now. Just rub it into your hair.
So really get into the hair.
Really, really rub it in. We're not starting it right now, we're rubbing it in, okay?
Right.
And then just on the side like that. Okay, so you know that picture where his hair's flattened down? And then rub it in, okay? And comb, brush, whatever you want. Just comb it into place, okay? Get that off, comb it back, like so. Comb it over to the side, like that. Bring the fringe back, like that. And then bring the sides back as well. And then I just had a little bit of movement through the top there, just matching to your hair texture, I think. Again, the haircut's cut for his hair texture. I want this to be cut to your hair texture too. Okay, a bit more height than his, but I think it looks great.
Yeah.
What we're looking for, a bit of hairspray. Right. So the parting, and flat it down. Flat it down. So, flat it down. But that is how you get that nice slick look without it being a pomade.
Right.
Okay, but I think that looks really nice. And the height in there is really good for your face. Do you want to put your mask down and look properly?
Yeah. It looks great. Yeah. Wow.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Really does.
It works great.
It's nice.
Does that feel at the back?
It feels amazing. Get rid of
When was the
all
last
that.
time you felt skin on the back of your head?
Mate, probably a year ago.
Wow.
I know.
Jeez. It looks really good.
Yeah,
I'm
really,
pleased with that.
chuffed as well.
It's very versatile as well. You've got, I know it's a Parton, but you can still work, you know, if you want to work a bit messy, you can work a bit more higher, a bit smoother, just change your product, and that's pretty much it. Alright?
Great stuff.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.